Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kaylee Cat. I'm a literary major with a minor in history, and today we're talking about the bane of my existence, AI. I hate it, point blank period. AI is bad. It makes those ugly little drawings on Temu. It can lie to you about things that is just one scroll away on Google, and it can write a whole novel. And that is what I wanted to rant about. AI is negatively affecting critical thinking, taking away jobs, and doing irreparable damage to the environment. So let's start with the environmental aspect. According to UC Riverside and the Washington Post, ChatGPT alone, not including the other AI sites, consumes between 0.02 to 0.1 kilowatt hours of electricity and about 100 milliliters of water per search. And the site gets about 10 million searches per day. These numbers, of course, will fluctuate based on the demand from each prompt, but to put that into perspective, that 10 million estimated searches would waste the equivalent of 2/5 of water from an Olympic swimming pool. That would be millions of water bottles. Mind you, America is still recovering from the devastating California wildfires from earlier this year, and there are around 2 billion people worldwide without access to safe water. Is generating pointless questions like ChatGPT's top 10 favorite Taylor Swift albums really worth it? Now I want to discuss another pressing issue with AI, the decline of literacy and brain capacity. Now, I know AI is not the only blamable cause of this. I live in America, after all, and the government is actively trying to defund the education system and libraries, but AI has marketed itself as something that makes life easier. Instead of clicking through 2 or 3 Google articles, a generated answer pops up right under your search, and instead of having to write a formal essay for class, you can have AI write the whole thing for you. But this has created a generation of dependent people. There are people that can't even write a simple email anymore. I recently saw a TikTok of a guy admitting to using ChatGPT at his college graduation. He didn't do any of the work, yet has a degree saying he does. I'm sorry, but if you do that, you're not qualified to have your degree. You should not be in your field. Your degree should be revoked. AI has made the average attention span even smaller and contributed to the underdevelopment of critical thinking skills. AI promotes cognitive offloading, where essentially we rely on AI to come up with the logic for us. We do not use our brains and our own analyses to produce an answer. That lack of use then not only leads to us using AI way more often than we need to, but also creates these sort of husks in us where our logic fades from lack of use. We become less of a free thinker. Brain scans reveal that during the rise of AI and its normalization, brain connectivity suffered a 47% reduction. Humans are getting dumber, basically, and our memories are shrinking. And that's what worries me. Literacy is already declining rapidly. Most people can't even read past a 5th grade level, and now we are becoming more and more dependent on an artificial device to think for us. Of course, this is a channel that likes to yap about books, so here's a few, ironically banned in the US, books that warned us about this very thing. Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 not only is about the censorship of literature by burning books, that problem was caused by tech companies simplifying books into a bite-sized piece. Kind of reminds you of Gemini, does it not? People no longer engage with text, so they forgot how to think. Bradbury himself said Fahrenheit was a warning about technology and claimed that Fahrenheit 451 was the only science fiction book he'd ever written, because that genre is a depiction of the real. It could happen. And now here we are. The other book, of course, is George Orwell's 1984, where we see the creation of Newspeak, an almost new language that shortens and simplifies pre-existing words, and how, like in Fahrenheit, it has led to people unable to think for themselves. I shall leave you with those ideas in mind. See ya.